work Miami, I work Broward County too. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and how I got into real estate and how social media helped me along the way. I started off, while this is loading, I started off in a career in hospitality prior to getting into real estate. So a restaurant group that I was working at closed down, and then next thing you know, I decided to get my license like everybody else. Real estate was, for me, was like the backup plan. And I decided to just hang my license, and at that point I was wondering how I was going to get leads and how I was going to, start my business. I ended up doing rentals for everybody that was at the restaurant. So what made me really proud is that I was able to use my circle of influence at the time to help me survive. And then at one point I was with a new company and I was sitting in the office and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I just would go into work every day and wonder, how am I going to generate leads? I would sit there, I would maybe send out a few email blasts, but I really didn't like cold calling. Cold calling wasn't my thing. So one day, one of my good friends walked into my office with another real estate agent and decided to, as I walked up to her, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, why are you with someone else? And she ended up telling me, like, well, you're always doing so many things and you're always posting about so many different things. I really didn't think you did real estate full time, and I didn't really think you were serious. She's like, you're posting, you're partying one night and you're doing another job over here. And so that's when it dawned on me that if I was going to take real estate seriously, I needed to eat, sleep, breathe real estate. Everything that I was going to do had to portray real estate. Whether I had customers or not, I needed to let the people out there know that real estate was what I did. I couldn't confuse them. So that day I went onto Facebook and I posted my business card and I said, for all of you in my life, my family and friends, if you don't know, I am a realtor. If you need anything, reach out to me. Here's my number. Here's my email. Here's my business card. And then from that day forward, that's what I did. Everything that I posted had either went geared towards real estate or clients or things that I was learning to better service my clients. And that definitely helped. After doing that for like a year or so, I remember I had my big aha moment in real estate. I was posting and just not really making money, kind of just living paycheck to paycheck. And I remember saying to myself, I'm like, one day it's just gonna work and it's gonna pay off. I had done a few rentals for people who had worked in the arena in certain athletic areas. And I remember somebody referred me to someone who worked at one of these places and was like, oh, someone needs a rental. I ended up doing a rental for that person and I just started posting about it. And anytime I had something, I would always like tag someone, thank you so much for this rental, hashtag, oh, doing this. And then next thing you know, I get a phone call from someone that's like, hey, I've seen all this activity that you're doing. You look like you're doing so great. I love how you're killing it in real estate. I want to refer you to a client. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, man, they think I'm killing it. Like, they think I'm doing well. That's good. Even though I really wasn't doing that great, it looked like I was doing good. Next thing you know, I did a rental for an athlete and who was just a rookie at the time, and I stayed consistent and I just kept following up. I stayed present, and that one athlete ended up getting a really big contract. So a $2,000 rental ended up turning into a $5 million sale. And for me, I don't know about you, but when you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're just new to real estate, and then you go from not really doing well to closing a $5 million sale, that changes everything for you. Now I'm able to sell and just be myself and not have to worry about, oh my God, the clients. But that also helped me within real estate. I was able to use that experience and the people that I worked with, and I got some free advertisement out of that, as you could say. But most importantly, it was credibility. You do something like that, you gain credibility. And I was able to use that in my social media, which led to more deals along the way. And that's what I mean by how important social media is. You can go to the next slide. So I did some statistics because, I feel like that's what everybody does here. So I just added a few things that I found on the internet, all from credible websites like NAR and Realtor Association. So 45% of customers perform a walkthrough after viewing a home online. I do these little previews when I get a listing on my IG stories. And how many people use Instagram here for the most part? Because I'm really active on Instagram. That's what I love. That's where I generate a lot of leads to this day. So whenever I get a listing, I post about the listing, and before I list it, I actually do a walkthrough of the property, and then I get tons of people hitting me up in the DM saying, oh my gosh, what's the price? Where's that located? And then next thing you know, I have appointments set up before I even listed it. Now, I don't have a lot of followers, and it's not like I'm a professional at social media. It's just I stay active and people follow, and I have other agents from other cities that have started following me, asking me about the market and things that I'm doing. So 29% located an agent via an internet search. So just this month alone, I gained 3 new buyers through Facebook. I started using my Facebook business page, which up until January, I never even used Facebook at all. But I hired this company to help me get it set up, because if you're someone, I'm not tech savvy. I just will do whatever it takes. So there's probably some people here who are a lot better at Facebook business page than I am. So I decided to hire a company to help me get it set up, and I ended up getting the hang of it and learning, and now I'm very active on it. And they literally told me the other day, they're like, you're doing better than us. Like, you might not really need our services anymore. And so that's how I got started. But just with that alone, I had 3 buyers reach out to me. And again, it's because I'm active. I met an agent that lives in California. She's a stay-at-home mom. She works about 5 days a week. She's connected these 2 programs together where she does lead generation, and then it populates the leads that she gains from Facebook into her CRM, and she barely ever leaves the house unless it's for showings, and she's killing it. She did about 40 transactions last year. I connected with her through social media, just by liking and commenting and asking each other what we were doing. So just her alone was motivating me. I'm like, if she can do it, I can do it. There's nothing stopping me. So then another statistic, 22 people that find their home online, they drive by after. 73% of homeowners refer to a real estate agent that incorporates YouTube into their marketing strategy. I started doing YouTube, but I created a few videos that did very well about an investment property that I did. And then I created a bunch more, but just like anybody else, I start thinking to myself, oh, it's not good enough. Oh, it needs to be perfect. And then at that rate, it never goes up. I have a ton of videos that I still need to upload, but I haven't uploaded them yet because I sometimes doubt myself. And I'm like, it's not good enough. But my goal this year that I set for myself was to take my business to the next level. And by doing that, I'm going to utilize everything that social media has to offer. These are just some key points of what to do. Basic things like create a logo, which, I mean, I feel like everybody in this room has probably already gotten this far. But branded website and email. I don't even have a website. I have a landing page that I use through my Facebook page, which is great. So it's like I can do lead generation and lead capture through my Facebook page. The association actually offers another landing page as well, where you can send your clients there and they can search for properties. So if you don't want to pay all that money for a website, you don't have to. It really hurts my stomach sometimes to have to pay someone $1,500 to build a website and then another $500 to manage it. I just try to use all the free tools that I have around me, because if I'm not going to use the free tools, then I'm not going to use the paid ones, you know? So the association has all these amazing tools, and this week I ended up giving them a call and asking them, you know, for my IDX subscription so that I can link it to my Facebook, and they ended up having their own thing that we can use for our clients that I didn't even know about it, which amazed me, and I'm going to get on that. And so basically building your brand encompasses who you are, your values of your business. So I like to call myself the transformational realtor, because through every real estate transaction, I like to say either I transform or my client transforms. One or the other, either they learn something new or I learn something new. But every day I'm transforming in this industry, and that's what I love about real estate, because we're constantly dealing with people. And I always put that up on my social media. When I learn something new, I put it up. When I fail, I put it up. I think people sometimes like the transparency of knowing my day-to-day. I tend to be a very positive person. Even when I'm having a bad day, I look like this and I'm smiling, but some people like that. Present yourself as an industry leader. I know my niche and I know what I'm good at. A lot of the times I have this niche between $200,000 and $300,000 homes, and they're so ugly. So I don't like to post about them. So if you go to my Instagram page, you will not see pictures of my houses because I deal with a lot of investors, fix and flips, and they're not the prettiest things to look at. But what I find that works really well are photos of myself. Wow, go figure. I would have never thought, because every time I post a photo of myself and I post a really awesome caption on the bottom, people actually read, you know? I didn't think they would read, so I even put it to the test. I ask a question in the middle of the body and I ask them to comment below, and they do. And then by doing that, people are engaging into the things that I'm writing, and a lot of the times it's just bringing more attention to whatever it is that I'm posting about. And let's see. Okay, so this is what I started doing that changed a lot of things for me. I know what I know, but there's so many things that I don't know. I started highlighting different people that are doing different things in different areas and just saying, hey, can you give me a little description about what you do, whether it's a mortgage lender or a real estate attorney. And then in exchange, I'll post about them, and then they'll post about me on that page. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the only person that I work with, but it's something that we use to help each other in business. I promote about them, and I mean, we do it all the time in our industry, whether because we constantly work with a few different people. So I like to just give those people highlights when I do work with them. And it's definitely helped for them and for me. And I like to just talk about the different things that I learned, whether it's loans, different types of properties. I learn as much as I can, and I try to share as much as I can. Whether I actually have a deal or I'm learning it on my own through someone else's deal, I put it all up on my social media. These are the apps that are the most popular, but I'll tell you the ones that I use. I focus on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then Universal Promote is what has helped me work everything with Facebook. I really don't have the time, like I don't want to focus too much time on putting it together. So this company's actually helped me put it together at a really, really low cost. I mean, they do so much. Again, once I learned what they offer, now I can do it on my own because they already basically formed the platform for me, and now I just go and upload different posts. So if you don't have the time, or if you're not that active, there's all kinds of tools out there that can help you that are really easy. Some of them are free. And I'll show you which ones are free on the next slide. This is what Universal Promote does, and if you decided you wanted to try it out, you could definitely do that. They've offered me like a discount, and I've given it to everybody that I know who doesn't use Facebook. I've read so many articles and did so much research, and like Albert's presentation said, Facebook is taking over, and at one day these tools might not be free to us anymore. We need to use them while they are. There's no excuse to not be active on them. If you don't want to do it and your business is fine the way that it is, great. But if you're wondering for ways to take your business to the next level and you're not someone that likes to cold call or door knock, then you should be using this. It's at your fingertips. You can do it from anywhere in the world, and it's free. So these are the apps that I use on the daily for my Instagram stories and my posts. Again, I don't put any marketing dollars into my business. I'm not doing mailers. I'm not paying anybody to do my stuff. So I pay like maybe $5 in total for some of these apps. And in the end, I get great content that I put out there, and I share through all my channels. Videos, I mean, I could go over all of them, but if you can just take a screenshot of it. They do everything that you need. So turn those likes into leads. I share everything, like I said, my wins, my losses, my experience. And what I highlight my customers. I highlight when they get pre-approved. I highlight when things go under contract. There's so many agents that are doing it. I love watching agents and seeing the new things that they're doing. And the ones that are doing it, I mean, I know they're doing well. So this is just, again, what has worked for me, and not investing any money into this. I've gotten so much out of it. And that's the only reason why I say, like, I would like to share it with anybody else, because it's definitely changed my life. So why we fail? We fail by saying it's too complicated, lack of knowledge. I just say keep it simple, just do it. I mean, if you want to post about anything, go ahead. One advice I would give you, if you're gonna use your social media for your business, then post about your business. No one really wants to see what you cooked for dinner, and no one really wants to see your 5 dogs. I mean, if it's family and friends, then fine. But if you're really gonna make proper use out of it, go and put a little bit of thought into it and document your process, and I promise you it'll take you very far. So a little piece of advice, don't just use your social media to talk with your friends and your family. Reach out to people in other cities that are doing things. Reach out to other agents, connect with them. I've made 20,000 new friends all over the US this year, all agents and people who now are my referral partners. If anybody's going to be moving to Miami, they know that I'm the person that they're going to go to. And this is real because I've gotten leads. I've done sales from other agents with a referral fee in mind. You know, that's all that they ask for. California is a big state where a lot of people want to move out of income tax. So when I see realtors that are liking my stuff, right away I send them a message. Hey, if you need a referral partner in Miami, I'm your girl. Hit me up. Let me know if you need anything. And it definitely works. So I put my time and energy into this, and this is what I use for my marketing, and I'm in control of all of it, and it's very cost efficient. So if you know, all it takes is just a little bit of effort, and no one is too old, you're never too young. At any given time you can do this, and it's free. So I say take advantage of it while you can. Again, who are your followers? You really never know who's watching you, but yeah, my information's on the next slide. So if you want to see my Instagram, my social media, you can definitely check it out and follow me and all that good stuff.
Question.
Oh, does anybody have any questions? Yes.
That's a great presentation, very enthusiastic. Just curious how much time you spend doing this.
Well, I treat it like it's a part of my day. Just like real estate is a 24/7 job. I don't think I ever check out really. So it's just what I do. What do you carry on you at all times of the day? Your telephone. What do? I do all this on my phone. So I can't even tell you. If I'm up, I'm active. You know, and when I go to bed and I go to sleep is probably when you don't see me on anymore.
If you go to her Instagram right now, you'll see a photo that she posted today, right? And Wesley and I were with her, and we were like, how did she just? So she had taken a picture with the proper scene.
I was in the room with her. And I'm like, I didn't take this picture of her. Who took this picture?
And I wasn't like that. In January, I woke up in January and I'm like, I watched the Gary Vee YouTube video and I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I need to do something different. Soon it's gonna fly by, this wave. And I want to take advantage of it while I have. So I started changing up my social media, just tweaking it a little. I got rid of all the, partying pictures, and I just started, everything was just, I had a purpose with what I posted. And
she has a plan now. She knew she was coming to the Keys, so she found the appropriate picture. So as soon as she woke up in the morning, she was wearing a different top. That's actually what we were like.
Yeah.
We'll go look
and
at the
I mean,
phone,
you can pay someone to do it, or you can just do it yourself.
If you do it yourself, just plan accordingly. The better plan that you have, the better your story looks. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's right. And
We can get this via email or something like that?
yeah, absolutely. Here's my information. If you slide them in the DM, I'll be sure to respond.
Not explain what that means.
No. There's a slide that has my email and my phone number. I'll be willing to share all my apps and what I do and the programs that I've used. Since January, when I just changed my mindset on how I wanted to go about my social media this year, I actually woke up in January and I was like, I want to be a social media influencer. I want to review apps. I want to review programs. I want to review anything that has to do with real estate. I gained 3,000 followers and I have now like 1,000 likes on one photo. I only have about 7,000 followers, but 7,000 out of 7,000 people, 1,000 of them are seeing one post and liking it because now they have a purpose behind it. And this all was just a couple of months ago when I decided that I want to do real estate, but I want to do a little bit more with it. So that's it. Yeah, I'll send everybody the slides. Any questions you have, just let me know.